Okay, so boom. Y'all, I'm gonna give y'all a few minutes to pull up, get in here. I know y'all was like, she not coming. She lying. She done told us 2 days in a row she was going live. And she don't never show up on time. And now look at me on time and y'all not even here. Audacity. Audacity. I'm just kidding, y'all. I've missed y'all. Thank y'all so much for being patient with me. I'm here. I know how y'all are. I know the hypes. Hey, hey, hey. What we about to tell the people? We got a lot to talk about tonight. Oh my God. I'm not gonna keep y'all on here long because I know it's late. I know it's late and I got a lot of stuff to get done. Um, but it's so much. Okay, where do I want to start? I don't know. I'm gonna start here. I'm gonna start here. Yeah, grab your margaritas, sis. Grab your drinks. Where my little? Let me get my little. Let me get my water. Had to take a sip. Thank you so much. Let's get into it. So first things first, I'm gonna just address this whole Taylor Lorenz situation. Um, for those of y'all that are not up on game about what happened with Taylor Lorenz, basically is a journalist, right? She put out an article in Wired and basically said that there were creators that were taking dark money to participate in a program called Chorus. And the dark money was $8,000 a month. Now, let me just tell you right now that $8,000 per month is the most light skinned version of dark money I've ever heard of in my life, right? Like when you think of dark money, that's really not what you're thinking of. But essentially, what dark money is like any 50, what is it, 504c, I don't know, whatever. Any nonprofit that's given that, like, I don't want to explain it wrong. So let me get my notes and I'll explain it right to y'all later. But basically, she was saying that the nonprofit entity or like the way that the entity was set up was like low key telling creators like what to say and what they weren't allowed to say, which was all kind of crazy stuff. At the end of the day, it came back to what it came down to me is like, sis, you're pocket watching and I don't play like that, right? Now, granted, I'm not a part of the program that she referenced, right? I'm not in the program or whatever. I actually turned down the offer that they sent me for the program. But what happened was the way I got caught up in the mix was like people came to my comment section like, "Oh yeah, you making this? You got your little $8,000 whoop 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 type vibes. Like you need to disclose your money." And I'm like, "Look, check this out. Where I'm from, we don't play like that. You don't come over here and tell me, check me, and ask me where I'm getting my money from, and you know what I'm saying? How much money I'm getting? Whoop whoop." At the end of the day, like this information that I bring to y'all is well researched information, you know what I'm saying? I don't talk about stuff that don't got nothing to do with me. Um, and I feel like if knowing where my money come from or how I'm getting paid or what firm I work for or don't work for or if I work at Sprint or T-Mobile, if you need to have that information to trust me as your source, you should leave me alone. You don't need to be here. You feel me? Because as I've previously mentioned, like I've gotten scholarships, right? Y'all know I got 4 college degrees. I've gotten scholarships throughout my time in college and school and stuff. I didn't ask some people where they got their money from. I didn't care. I didn't know most of them donors. I couldn't even tell you them scholarships where they came from. I took their money though, deposited it and used it, all of it, every dime. You feel me? Um, so yeah, that's that. But yeah, so that situation went crazy on the internet for a couple of days. Um, and really, a part of it too was like the girl is real anti-black. Like the way she was coming at black people in the comment section and stuff, she knew who to play with. Let me start there because she didn't play with me too much because I was honest with her. Hey sis, check this out. I don't know who you think you're talking to, but where I come from, people get sob out for doing stuff like that and talking to people like that. So you just should probably leave me alone because I move a little differently. I'm not really with none of that. You feel me? Honey. know that. So she didn't really bother me too much, but it was like my homegirl Booker Squared, she had really tried her. And we wasn't going for it. You're not finna sit up here and lie. And at the end of the day, I'm not finna let no white woman lie on my name. You know what I'm saying? Because I built my platform brick by brick. I earned y'all respect. I earned y'all trust. You know what I'm saying? And I work hard every day to bring y'all, you know what I'm saying, the information that I bring y'all and to put out the content the way that I put it out. I work hard. And I'm a one person band. A lot of us are. So 8,000 little funky dollars. You're not gonna tell me what I can and cannot say for $8,000 a month. That's insanity. That's crazy. Okay? I'm worth way more than that. Be for real. You gonna have to come out your pockets for real, for real. If you finish shake me and tell me what I could say to my peoples, that's crazy. And let me just be clear, it really ain't no price you could pay me to tell me what I can and cannot say on my platform. Let me just make that clear because I know people gonna take that last statement I said the wrong way and be like, "Oh shit, she said that's her price." No, it's no price. I earned this. The fuck, I do this for free. What? So that's that whole situation and how that went down. Anyways, it was fun while it lasted. I'm over it. I'm not finna like, you know what I'm saying, do too much more on that. It ain't gonna be too much more of that with her. Can y'all run my likes up, please? There's 28 people in here. I only got 5 likes. Stop hating on your girl. All right. Also, shout out to y'all hypes. We are at 30,000 hypes. I am so excited about that. Like, I am so grateful to y'all. Shout out to y'all for sharing the content. Shout out to y'all for pulling up, liking, commenting, showing me love and support. I appreciate y'all, and I need y'all to do that. Look, we growing as a family over here, and I appreciate it. And this is the reality. The more that y'all support me, the more that y'all pull up for me, you know what I'm saying, and ride for me, we don't got to worry about nobody throwing me some bread that y'all don't think I should have. You feel me? Because the hypes take care of me. You know what I mean? So how about that? Let's just put that out there. But I'm so grateful for the growth and the support hypes. Like y'all are real for that. Thank y'all so much. We at 30,000. We need a new goal. We need to get to 40,000 now. Let's get to 40,000. We could do that. Let's get to 40,000 hypes. That means y'all gotta like, y'all gotta subscribe. Please comment, share with your friends, your family, your students, whatever. I know all my content ain't for everybody, but it's always something for somebody. Make sure y'all run up these likes. Um, Somebody said, so she just runs circles around the same idea regarding saying the same thing 20 times instead of reading the comments. Mighty Cucumber, you wanted to be seen so bad. Is that what that was? Thank you, Lily. I always read the comments. You must be new here, but you're seen. I'm glad you got seen, and I read your comments, so I hope you feel better about yourself tonight. Appreciate you for pulling up too. I know I done got you at least 4 followers. I appreciate you, Cola. Hey, thank you, baby, because we at that 30,000. Let's get to 40, baby. Let's run it up. And also, brands that see this, if y'all want to sponsor your girl, holla at me. We got loyal hypes, okay? We got loyal hypes over here, and they trust me and they love me. They legit over here. Okay, my followers are not bought and paid for. But anyways, let's get back to the news for today. So, boom, we got that out the way. Let's talk about what's going on with Lisa Cook. So, I don't know if y'all know about that story, but Lisa Cook is the governor of the treasury or something like that. I forgot her exact title. That's on me. Anyways, long story short, story long. Big Perm, Donald Trump was like, girl, you gotta go. Okay? You gotta go. I want you up out of here. I'm trying to rob the country blind and you in my way. I need to lower the interest rates. I need to have full control over the treasury and stuff like that. So I need you up out of here. So sis, you gotta go. You're fired, basically. And Lisa was like, I'm not going nowhere. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what's wrong with you. And so she sued to keep her job. She was like, I'm not going to leave, right? And basically her argument was like, this is a violation of my Fifth Amendment rights. You feel me? Um, Basically she was saying like, I didn't get due process. So with due process, basically you got to give me notice and you got to give me a hearing. Meaning you got to let me know what I did wrong and why I'm in trouble, what the issue is, and then you got to give me a chance to defend myself. And Lisa is like, you didn't even give me a chance to defend myself. You said I did something wrong. And what they're saying she did was commit mortgage fraud, and said that I guess on some bank paperwork she listed two different locations as her primary residence, which is crazy. Which is crazy considering the fact that the president has 34 felonies for falsifying documents so that he could become president in the first place. Let's just start there. That's insane. But anyways, Lisa was like, you cannot fire me without cause. And Trump said, I am firing you for cause. I'm firing you because I don't like black women and you in my way and you got to go. That's what it sounded like. That's how I received it anyway. Somebody said, I don't blame her at all. Someone needs to stand up to him for sure. And I'm here for it. And Lisa is a soror. Ooh. And then it's the funny thing. So I haven't looked into this for real. I saw this like briefly online somewhere. And so I got to look into it and get like all the details behind it. But I seen something that basically said that like the judge on the case is also a soror. And apparently that made Trump mad. And he was like, oh, it's a conflict of interest or something like that. Now, I haven't got to read up on it all the way. So I'll drop that to you tomorrow if it's for real, for real. But that's what I seen, and I'm here for it. Because what? You tried it, honey. And one thing about Deltas, we is everywhere, baby. You never know where we're going to pop up. But shout out to Lisa. Shout out to her. Keep standing up to him. She said, I'm not going nowhere. You need to find cause. And my understanding is that is sort of like the root of the issue, right? In court is what is cause, right? Like what, and that's what happens when you go to court, basically, is like you're really arguing over words. What does this word mean? Truthfully, you are arguing over what does this word mean? How are we interpreting this? Did we interpret it properly, right? And are we following the law behind it? And so basically, it's like, what does cause mean? What is for cause? The president can fire the governor of the Federal Reserve or whatever, but what is for cause? And they're supposed to be a separate entity. They are supposed to be separate from what America got going on, and it's not giving separation right now. It's giving very much Trump is trying to take control of it. And somebody would say he is trying to rob us blind and just let the rich take over, and we're going to be looking crazy in the end. So with that being said, before I forget, November 4th, Alice, I see you. Now that I'm back to make sure I could vote in November 4th, and I'm in the CPT. Okay, so you in Compton, Alice? Are you in Compton, California? Do you got any felonies or anything? Is that why you asking, or that's why you're trying to figure out if you could vote? Let me know in the chat so we could deal with that. But if you are in California, you need to make sure that you are registered to vote. And on November 4th, pull up to vote yes on Prop 50. We're going to be bankrupt like his casino, okay? Honey, he done filed bankruptcy like 6-7 times. Yes, I've changed my address and everything. Okay, well, if you registered, if you are a resident of California and your address is in California or whatever, register to vote in California, and we'll see you on November 4th. I'll be there. Yes, on, yeah, okay, that's what I'm talking about, Cola. We are showing up to vote yes on 50 in California. Now, the reason why this is important, and check this out. Y'all need to be talking to everybody and their mama about this, okay? Nobody should be too good or not good enough for you to talk to about this. Yo cousin Pookie, yo Uncle Ray Ray, yo auntie who walk around outside in her bathrobe and her house shoes with a cigarette hanging out her mouth, all of them, okay? Yo cousin Charles who just got out of jail, him too. All the lokes, you know, I don't give a darn what hood they from. If they are eligible to vote, make sure they registered and they know vote yes on Prop 50 in California. Look, we are going to be at a point in the game where we gotta guess how many jelly beans is in a jar to be able to vote. Like, we finna get back to those points, right? To those parts where they start having literacy tests and stuff, all kind of crazy tests to determine whether or not we as people of color can vote, right? we cannot wait for this. It's not just going to be this big like bang that happens, and all of a sudden like life we realize like, oh my God, we're in this like authoritarian fascism dictatorship, right? Like it's happening piece by piece slowly. They are dismantling our systems, right? When they are pulling apart the Voting Rights Act, the very thing that was put in place to allow people of color, black people, to have the right to vote. Our ancestors fought for that. Our ancestors died for that. And we don't have to die right now. And we don't have to fight as hard right now. We have to do what we need to do to maintain it. We already got it. So we got to put the people around us up on game. And we got to have these conversations with people about protecting our rights, about protecting what we have. And we have to push past the conversations where people be like, oh, it's going to be what it's going to be anyway. It don't have to be. It can be better. But we got to be consistent, and we got to step up, and we got to stand together and stand firm in the mission. You feel me? So y'all got to be having these conversations with kids too. They 18, they eligible to vote. Have a conversation. Make sure your kids is registered to vote. Your neighbors, you know what I'm saying? Like people in your family, you got to have a conversation. Are you registered to vote? And really, black people, we going to be crucial, right? Because you got to think, this is not a major election. It's not everybody not really paying attention to what's going on for real. This is a special election. It's some side hustling happening. You know what I'm saying? It's a side hustle type of election. You know what I mean? So everybody ain't really paying attention to it. It ain't really all glamorous and you know what I'm saying? And jazzed up like a presidential election would be. So you got to make sure the conversations are being had about it. You know what I mean? And this is our time to step up for real. And step up and be like, we're not having it, we're not playing with you. Our ancestors already did this with your ancestors. So I'm not gonna let you outdo me and outmaneuver me, and mine already did yours. We can't let them have one up on us. So this the time when we gotta ride and we gotta slide, and this the easy part. You know what I'm saying? Where we gotta use a pen. All we gotta do is, you know what I'm saying, go mark it, mark down our choice. And we got to take advantage of that while we have it. And it's not a situation where we risk losing it or we don't know it's going to be what it's going to be. Why? When you could take charge right now. We could be in control right now. We have the power to do that. You know what I mean? That's why they don't want us to have it. We was getting way too close. We was getting too much. We had a black man in the White House running the game twice, back to back. No scandal. You know what I'm saying? Like that's power in us. That's the power in us. We got to maintain that. We got to instill that in our kids and our friends and our loved ones and our wives, our husbands, whatever, our partners, our brothers, our sisters, all of that. We really got to get with that for real. Please make sure y'all run it, like this live, share this live, people. If y'all could, I really appreciate you. We got to run me up one time for the one time. But yeah, this is important. Prop 50 is serious. We can't play around. Now, last little story I want to talk to y'all about right now. And then I'll see y'all again on the flip side. And y'all let me know, do y'all like this late night live little thing I'm doing? Let me know if y'all want to keep this going. I'm still going to post my content and, you know what I'm saying, do what I do. But if y'all like the live, y'all like chatting and stuff like that, let me know if y'all want to do this still. Y'all want to keep this going. Because I can run my mouth, baby. I like talking. And it's a little easier for me than having to come up with a whole piece of content. I could just say what I need to say and let it and run tell that. And run tell that. Run tell. Let me stop. See? Then I can have fun like this in the middle and do some weird stuff and y'all still be with it. Y'all still here. More people coming. I love it here. Okay, my bad. Last little story I want to talk about. This is crazy. So check this out. I don't know if y'all remember, but like Trump, when he first got in office, like he fired a bunch of immigration judges, which like didn't really make sense considering the fact that like you was heavily on the immigration and you knew you was going to be picking people up. And part of the Constitution was like they had to have due process, which means they needed to go to court. Meanwhile, immigration courts was already backed up from the first Trump administration. Like we still had a backlog from that, right? But anyways, he fired a bunch of immigration judges, and that turned out to be a bad thing. So now, do you know what the DOJ did? The DOJ said we gonna borrow attorneys from the military, and we just gonna let them be temporary immigration judges. Hold on. What? Huh? We gon' we gon' borrow the attorneys from the military, and we just gonna let them just serve as immigration judges right now. They ain't got the training. Why you fire all them people if you was going when we had tried to have told y'all, hey Joe, we had tried to have told y'all folks he gonna stick the military on us. And like we was prepared for him to stick them in the streets and stuff and do that, but he's sending them to court too. On the bench. Oh, and they ain't got the training. And my understanding, I never took any like immigration law classes when I was in law school. I have friends who did, and I just know that immigration law is a very niche subject, and I know that the training to be a judge at immigration court is like boom. Thank you so much. Thank you. Wait, we don't mind, but I applied to be your side. Did you review it? I was not expecting that. Hold on. First of all, to say that you applied to be my side, first of all, thank you for the $5. He got five on it. I appreciate you. Um, First of all, pause y'all, my bad. Cause not Uber Cow did that. Um, to say you applied to be my side person would insinuate that there's a main person. So let's just start there. You in my business, what you got going on? I don't really know. Second of all, where was the applications? Who put applications out for me to have a side person? Who did that? I don't know if you sent your application to the right person, and I would hate. I hope they didn't ask for your personal information when you did that because I don't know that your because I didn't put no applications out. But thank you for the $5. I needed that because I'm not in the $8,000 a month program. Okay, boom. Back to our original scheduled program of me talking about what's going on in the world right now. Are you asking is it legal to put these military people on the bench? At this point, I have no clue. I don't know. I don't even know. I don't even know who would sue. I guess you would have to have like a, one of the people who go to court. I don't even know. Are they considered defendants? I don't know. But you would have to have like a defendant be tried. Sort of like what happened to Alina Habba, where like she charged the defendants with something, and then the defendant sued and was like, she ain't even supposed this. She not even supposed to have this job. So I don't know what's going on here. And that's how they removed her up out of her position. So I would assume maybe like somebody has to get sentenced by one of these judges, and then would sue and be like, they wasn't even supposed to be on the bench for real. That's gonna be messy. That is gonna be messy. I don't know. This is crazy. November 4th, yes, on Prop 50. That's our chance. And I ain't gonna hold you. That's like our one chance to for real combat this for real. We gotta take the house back. We can't even play no games. It gotta be serious. It's really all hands on deck. It's not a joke. It's not to be played with. It's not. And nobody who's running for a seat can take it lightly because people is coming for you. And the world is okay. United, divided we stand. Divided we still standing. That should tell you something. Just because we can actually, I'll definitely be here. I'm a night out and I love your content. Thank you, Alonzo. It's about 13, but your donation is appreciated. Okay, because I'm like, what? Y'all, that's, honey, I don't even know who that is. Like, what did you send with your application? And when did the applications go out? And who put out applications for me to have a side person? Y'all out of line. It do need to be a late night comedy special. The only thing is, I ain't no comedian. I just say funny stuff from time to time. But yes. Anyways, I got $5 tonight, y'all. I feel so good. Oh my gosh, thank you. I got me a little gift. Okay, y'all. But yes, I do want to do this more often. If y'all like this, let me know. I like going live. I ain't gonna hold you. So if y'all want me to pull up, I know what you meant, Cola. My bad. Um, but yeah, if y'all want me to do more of these, let me know. I would love to. I don't mind. And late night is cool for me because the baby is asleep. So put me up okay. But with that being said, I'm gonna tap up out of here. We've been online for 25 minutes. That's what I want to talk about for tonight. I'm gonna have some more for y'all. They said go live again. Okay, well then that's what it is. That's what it is. That's what we are. I'll see y'all next time. I love y'all. Y'all have a good night there. And the crowd goes crazy for legally hype. Yes, girl. I'm just kidding. I love y'all. Have a great night. Bye.